Hello, everybody! Welcome to the Dead Unicorn Cyber Samurai Saturday. We're playing Legend of the Five Rings. It's the Wheel of Judgment. Everybody's an Oni. I'm here with Tarek playing Kage no Oni, Matt playing Bashar no Oni, Crystal playing Nozomi no Oni, and James playing Rokin no Oni. Yeah, it's been fun. Hey, my name's Corey. That's something you should know. I'd like to thank my patrons scrolling in the upper corner, right up there. They help the channel out. You don't have to, but if you do, you get to vote for your favorite character, and that character gets a special bonus benefit. Yes, indeed. And today's winner is Rokin. Rokin, you get a instant success on one of your rolls. You can just make it happen. It'll be great. Mind you, just so you know, it doesn't include bonus successes. It doesn't include any opportunity. It's just that you made the success.
Just like Nozomi used last time.
Yes. Yep. If you don't use it by the end of the game, it turns into a void point.
I thought he was going to say you explode. Because that's also true.
Right.
We lost a lot of good characters that way.
So, what have we been doing? Let's get into the game proper here. You guys have been transformed into Oni in order to infiltrate Jigoku, Japanese hell, or Rokugan hell in this case. It's Rokugan hell. L5R hell. Similar, but distinctly different from Japanese hell. You guys have been transformed by...
legally distinct.
Yeah. You guys have been transformed by special magical masks while you were undead spirits in Meido. And there is weird stuff happening in Meido. People's papers are going missing, including your own. They are probably here in hell. And that is what you guys are looking for. But you've been going on little side quests. First off, you've run into a little guy, looks like a purple Mizoku. Says he's also been sent here with your same mission, but his partner died. His name is...
Howard Man.
Trickster.
Torikasuka. Yes. And during your travels, you ran into a brute Oni who was making some suspicious plans with a trio of Oni. And you have just killed the brute Oni. And as you kill the brute Oni, I'm just going to... he was the cause of the affliction. He's dead now, and the affliction status kind of drifts away.
Oh, good, because I was the only one with it still.
The Kansen slowly leader.
Don't hit your microphone, Crystal.
I try.
So is this when we turn and look at the rest of these little, like,
Yeah.
PA Oni?
There's 3 other Oni there. I have changed their icons. Here, let me put them up on the screen.
Yeah, so I turn around and I hiss at them like I'm gonna fight.
Meanwhile, my curiosity is getting the best of me, so I'm looking at the scroll I grabbed.
All right, you were looking at a scroll you have grabbed. Let me...
What does this Maho want so badly that she's willing to sell out the Empire?
Fight. Terrain qualities. Here it is. The scroll. Nope. No description there.
All right, Corey, spitball on the fly. Go.
Sorry, guys.
Oh.
This adventure, Dark Tides, is the companion, the online companion to the Wheel of Judgment game. There's every adventure has an online addition to it, and they're usually really good. And this one is not. It's very poorly formatted, and it's very poorly written. Yeah.
Wowzers.
You need to make a theology roll on this. I'm gonna say TN3.
And this would be definitely air for analyze, right?
Yeah.
And you said TN3?
Yep.
Okay, I'll adjust that myself there.
So I want to reiterate what it.
That's Well, I'll definitely keep that. And I'll keep that, and I'll keep that, since I can only keep 3. So I fail, but I'm going to use those 2 opportunity for more information. So I may not quite understand everything, but I'm going to get something.
This is a spell. This is a Maho Sukai spell. I'll give you that.
So I want to reiterate what I wanted to do at the end of last game.
And I saw Kage doing a Maho style chant. I think I'll have to show this.
I was just chanting. I don't know if I was doing a Mayho chant because I didn't actually succeed at doing anything. So I was obviously doing it wrong.
Yeah, but that means that you do more with this sort of thing than I do. So I may want to show this to you, and you might be able to understand it better.
Either way, I'm still going to say, I'm reiterating what I said at the end of last game. Kage is turning and hissing at these people in order to tell them, I am your captain now.
Okay. Would you
I am
like...
the scary one. You follow me.
You'll need to make a command roll against them.
More than happy to.
And I'm seeing nothing but a black background here. Can we get the map?
I'm seeing the map.
You should see the map.
Maybe try refreshing because I see the
guess
map
I'll
too.
Reload it.
There you go. One thing I wish I could do with VTT is change the controls. I do not like how the controls are set up mouse-wise.
I feel you. The difficulty for the command check?
Oh,
You have a set difficulty, or should I just hide the TS?
It's 2.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Let me check. Are you using fire? Hold on. That may change the difficulty. Nope, it doesn't. You're good.
Well, I figured fire for inciting them, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. And strife. And I have
and
two,
an
3 successes
opportunity.
and 1 opportunity. I will
It's
use-
a T and 2, so that's 4 successes with your strife.
No.
Well, we're not in combat
We're
anymore.
not in a yeah.
Oh, right. It's not combat.
Since we're not in combat, did our strife and fatigue drop from scene ending?
Oh yeah, let me
Yep,
hit that button.
down
You
to
don't have to
half
do
your
anything.
max.
Watch this. Boom.
Thank
How you
you.
like them apples.
Apples are delicious.
They're delicious apples. I like those apples.
Sounds like an unhealthy obsession. Moving on.
I'll do recovery. I'll spend it on recovery.
Okay.
Get back to fatigue.
Okay, those 3 Oni are like, yeah, sure. What's the plan, boss?
Well, we need to continue toward the fortress. There's a
Tap
path
you
under.
on the shoulder slightly. Perhaps someplace where you and the others can get some gear.
Ah, yes. Where is the armory?
Oh. The purple Oni behind you says, "Oh, you wanted to get weapons? I could show you where there's weapons, but you wouldn't like it." The other
I just
3 Oni
calmly
are
lean
like,
down and pick up that axe since Nozomi doesn't want it. Be like,
"The axe is really too big for anybody. It's enormous. It's like 2 people should be able to hold it. It's super big.
It's like, maybe I could use it.
Look at how big
But
this...
also, yeah, exactly.
Look at how big the circle for this Oni is that you're standing on.
Mm-hmm.
He is literally like 4 times your size.
yeah, so it's
But, like-
using both hands and at the axe head, just kind of lift it for a moment and go, and then look at him and go, well, the only other weapon I can seem to find is rather useless. And then I kind of with it so it doesn't land on my own feet when I drop it.
It's okay, I'm pretty sure it's cursed anyway.
The other 3 Oni are like, "Oh, you want to get weapons, huh? What do you want to get conscripted?"
That
We are
doesn't sound like
taking
a good
charge.
thing.
We are taking charge of these regions. We are going to be in charge now.
All right.
Corey, can
But-
you turn the volume up a little?
Yeah. All right, but the 3 Oni say, "All right, but I don't think you have a big enough army yet to go get those weapons."
What do they mean?
The purple Oni says, "Well, there is the battlegrounds, and they have lots of weapons. There's a forge around there that make obsidian blades."
Obsidian.
You might get more information there too, but you might get conscripted.
To
Is there another place to get equipped?
No, not nearby.
and is this conscription to fight in the Shadowlands or what?
I don't. Different Oni have taken charge of different areas, and they have conscripted them. When one army beats out all of the others, then they go to the Shadowlands and try and take over the Empire. But not until there's a more wider consolidation of all of the plans.
I see. Battles between warlords, then.
Yes. Yes. But there's a lot of information there, too. Perhaps you can learn something. But you have to be careful.
Yes,
With
we don't want to
military
be
mind.
conscripted.
With 2 military minds like myself and Nozomi, we should be more than capable of traversing this battlefield.
I tap Kage with the scroll.
What is it?
It's some sort of Maho spell. I can't make it out, but as you were chanting earlier, would you like
I
to
have no
take a look?
understanding of this.
You can make a theology roll with, basically, it's a TN2 for you instead of a TN3.
Okay. Is there a particular
Air will work to analyze it.
Okay.
Fire to theorize on it, maybe.
Two? Okay. Well, I definitely know something. 3 successes and 2 strife.
Okay. The scroll. Ah. You understand that this scroll, it's gibberish. Unless you can apply blood to it. And then it becomes something that's actually usable.
Oh, so it's ciphered by Emehazu Kaibu.
Yeah.
Okay. I go, give me your hand, Rikiku.
Hold out
Rokukin
my
no
left-
Oni.
Hold out my left hand with a curious look.
Okay. I will slowly bend down and bite the tip of his finger.
All right. That hurts.
Ow!
What are
Just
you
enough to draw-
doing?
Just enough to draw a little blood. And then I take your finger and I smear your finger's blood onto the parchment.
Okay. It reforms.
And I go, the ritual is being completed!
Wish I knew what the ritual was for. Hopefully it's not explode the scholar.
That one's one we keep on the back burner for later.
Vehicle.
Okay.
I've already
It-
been through that ritual once.
All of the words reform on it.
Bet these other Oni are looking at us like, how did we lose to these guys?
Okay, now
least
you
they're
have to
looking
make a TN 5 theology check.
Okay. I'll give you assistance by letting you read the words.
Tarek, you get a -1 to the TN.
All right, who's gonna help me then?
Then I'll
You
help
need
you.
help reading a Mayho spell? Let me see what I can do.
I have theology. I can help out too
Well,
by
I think I'll need
adding
to start
perspective.
adding a foreign perspective.
Yes.
Well, in my opinion, from the readings of Islam,
Yeah, I can definitely provide assistance.
okay, but how? You gotta describe how.
Or you could use an auto success.
Well, He could.
He could use the auto success and figure out exactly what this is.
Very tempting.
And if we don't
You know what?
succeed
Yeah, fuck it.
anyway,
I read it.
All right, it's a success, everybody! Yay!
It's been used.
All right.
Bum-ba-da-bam-bam-bam-bam-ba-da.
This is a ritual that might threaten not just the Emerald Empire, but also the balance of power in the realms of the dead. The check does not uncover the specific ritual's effect. In addition to describing the ritual, it is a source of evil knowledge to which you can learn Maho's techniques from. So there is a ritual in here that will basically
Unbalance
you know what I'm
the
gonna
entire
say?
yin yang of existence.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say that this ritual will allow large armies
Travel through the realms.
to travel through the realms like Walking the Way does.
I don't
Only
know
with
what that
definite evil
means.
taint to it.
But it's a Maho spell. It's bad. It's bad news.
Yeah. So this is definitely
Oh.
a pseudo artifact. But I don't.
I would call this ritual. The name isn't on here, and what it specifically says it does is hard to interpret.
The problem is
Describe it.
this isn't just a Maho spell. This is like a Maho ritual, and it requires lots of different things that you just can't find in Jigoku to do this. So you have to go track this stuff down in Ningendo.
Through the realms.
Yeah, you have
Oh,
to
in Ningendo.
in Ningendo. So like only like people in Rokugan could figure out how to put this together because they need like in basically you need an artifact or a creature from each of the realms in order to open that gate that allows you to traverse the realms. Or at least part of that creature or their blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably their blood.
Reading it, I go, oh. You keep hearing me just softly muttering, ooh. Oh. It doesn't actually name this ritual, but I would call it Rend the Veil. It would allow people from Rokugan to invade any realm of the afterlife they wished by ripping a hole in reality to do so. It
Sounds like
also-
something nobody should be allowed to have.
Also, if I'm interpreting this bit right, the portal remains afterwards. And all the realms kind of crash at it.
Even worse.
Oh, look, here's a warning clause that says if you do this incorrectly, you could end all of existence.
I say we burn it.
The other three Oni are like, hey, you should have burned that. That's really important.
Oh?
Yeah, we were gonna bargain with that for the map to invade Rokugan. You can get underneath that damn crab wall.
I see.
Yes, we should keep stewardship of it.
I can understand why a Maho might think this would be worth showing them a path under the wall,
You mean a Sukai?
because it would allow a means to strike back.
Maho means magic. Sukai is like the witch. So
Yeah.
that's
I don't want to say that second part, though.
okay.
Just saying magic is fine. Saying witch is kind of drawing attention. Don't name the evil unless you have to, kind of thing. And everybody else here knows exactly what I'm referring to when I'm saying this.
Okay.
Yes. Give it here for stewardship. then let us go toward the battlefield.
Okay.
I think since I am the lore master here, I'll maintain stewardship for now. Besides, you know I have no means or intention of ever doing it.
Oh, Celia, I don't think you're getting the innuendo I'm putting down. The three of them are suspicious that you and Crystal were saying that you wanted to destroy it. So keeping it in your hands may not be the most believable.
Well, I never
thing
said
that we're gonna-
anything along the lines of wanting to destroy it.
That you
I
felt
just
the
was
same
going,
way.
ooh. I actually was sounding excited about some of the things I was reading. Because it's interesting. All knowledge is interesting. This is just knowledge that should never be applied. It's interesting to know this can happen. And because we now know how it can, we can do things to prevent it.
Full potential. Sure, that's part of it.
But I'm not saying any of that actually in character. It's just, I'll keep stewardship of this.
Okay. Well, you want to head to the battlefield.
Might as well.
You guys traverse through the caves and underground layers of Jigoku. Some of these caves are swelteringly hot, right next to frigidly cold ones. It seems like there's really no rhyme or reason to this place, and sometimes even the Oni that are guiding you seem a little confused, and they're like, yeah, I think it's changed. We should go that way. Yeah, it seems like this is normal for them.
For things to just be kind of wibbly wobbly.
Yes. By the way, I'll give each of you one of these Oni, and y'all can control them. Let me do that. Who wants the feathered Oni?
Ooh, feathers sound neat.
Alright, how do I give people this? Control of this. Gotta figure out how to give people control.
Is that a rock monster or is that a cat monster?
That's the blazing Oni.
Okay. I'm
So
calling
Crystal-
dibs on the one on top.
Crystal,
Oh, that's the feather one.
you get the feathered Oni. She called on it first.
Okay. I'll take the middle one then. He looks kind of crazy.
Alright, Void Oni. Void
Oh, I thought he was an octopus.
Void Pit Oni.
Void pit.
I'll take it.
Oni. It looks vaguely dragony.
And the blazing Oni. Who wants the blazing Oni?
I'll
let
take it.
Matt have it.
I
Oh,
couldn't understand
okay.
either of you. Who's taking it?
Matt,
Alright. Matt, you have a blazing Oni.
I'm a new enough player that sticking to just my own character is enough for me.
Okay, you should have the NPC character sheets available to you now.
Yep.
They're all exactly the same. They have all of the same stats. They're only aesthetically different. So don't think there's any...
But aesthetics are the most important part.
Hell is other
That's why it's called-
demons.
But it's called Fashion Soul.
Check out their special abilities. Yeah, Hell is other demons. Bound for eternity and Hell is
Aesthetics
other
being
demons.
important is why we had Matt draw our character tokens.
Exactly.
Thank you. I appreciate the shout out.
Mostly because Matt has beautiful hands and handsmanship. Yeah.
Ah!
So powerful.
That's how faces.
It'd be even funnier if he actually had a couple red clamp-like hands to just pulled up at the bottom of the camera as if he had made a deal with Robo Devil.
I'm gonna put
Remember
him
that
in
episode.
Gonna clamp him up, clamps.
Hey, Tarek. Not Tarek. Matt. You were, before the show started, your microphone was fine, and now it's kind of over. It's a little. No, it's a little. The gain is a little too high.
Yeah, it was
Too
buzzy.
much.
It's
Yeah.
a bit crispy.
Crispy.
All right, so I put some distance between myself and the microphone.
It sounds exactly
Does that
the
help?
same. It sounds exactly the same. Are you using that mic?
Okay, I think I know why, because
There we
the USB cord came out and it was my camera's microphone being used.
That's
Yep,
it.
that would explain why it was crispy.
Uh-huh.
It's like, you sound like Drek. You sound like
Drek.
Wreck?
Drek.
You sounded like
Terrible. Okay, I was thinking a character, but then I'm like, oh yeah, some shows use Drek as like, a curse word.
You sound like Drek. General Drek of the Scorpion Army. Foe of the G-Force. The light and guardians of the universe. I am Captain Drek, and you will bow before me.
Wasn't that actually the name of the villainous opposition in Galaxy Quest? The captain there, Captain Drek.
These names are so fucking 80s generic cartoon like villain names. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You could basically say yes to all of you.
I mean, if I told you that, there's a villain named Tyranitor and he fights Stego Justice, you'd be like, yeah, that's probably a thing. That happened in the 80s, sure.
I would tell you that if there is a movie that... Never mind. What I was going to say was way too gratuitous, and we have people watching.
Anyways, you traverse the caves of Jigoku and get to a site that looks like the site of an enormous battle. Evidence of destruction is everywhere in this cavern. Scorch marks, piles of rubble, a carpet of bones remains, even though the battle took place. It looks like the battle took place generations ago. The stink of death seems somehow even stronger here than in the rest of Jigoku. Then you see a pair of camps.
Tanks? Did you say tanks?
Huh?
Camps.
Camps.
CAMP.
Oh, God. I got scared for a second. I was like, wait, what?
As it looks like two different Oni armies are doing mock battles and training.
Like they're doing drills?
Yeah.
I want to analyze the drills to see, like, who's more efficient, like, effective at the drill.
Okay. I'll give you a TN2 for that.
Water, because I'm surveying. And I will reduce my strife with the opportunity.
All right. Yeah, there's certainly one army that seems to be doing a little better.
Is it red or blue?
They don't have banners.
Well, but to differentiate, I was just giving a random blah blah.
Right or
Yeah,
left?
Right or left. Red or blue. We'll say red or blue. Why not? Actually, yeah, Oni they carry banners. Why couldn't they carry banners?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. There's the I'm gonna say that there's two
Bowling's all
banners.
about fashion. Remember what Degutsu looked like?
Yeah.
And every single Mehosukai in every single card ever. Like,
It's red
all of
versus
them are way
blue
too hot. Everybody
in Blood
named
Gulch. It's
So
red
there's-
versus blue in Blood Gulch. Sarge versus Caboose.
Are you sure it isn't church?
So there's two banners. One has like little tentacles doing this, blah, 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 and the other has like a giant mosquito. And the tentacle guys, blah, 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 they're the one that are doing better.
All right. Tentacles doing the good stuff. So,
Technically,
is there a way? Do I see any debris? You said we saw bodies and smelled the filth.
Yeah.
But is there debris that is can be considered as like war spoils?
War spoils?
Yeah, like things that are left.
This looks pretty pick clean here.
Okay, so we need to continue going further in
Yeah.
and risk being spotted to get the good stuff. All right. I look over at Nozomi. What do you think? Seems like they're doing war drills, and the ones under the tentacled banner seem to be winning.
And so it seems. I suppose the one who is winning is a better general overall and might have more information to give us. If they so choose.
I was wondering if we should infiltrate the camps, see what they left behind while they drill.
The smarter one would also be more likely to try and recruit us.
Or to have guards set up so that it would be more difficult for us to get in. The
Sounds
difference
like we need scouting.
doesn't seem great, though.
I suggest we make haste toward the first camp, closest to us. Try not to be spotted until we're upon them.
Okay. You have a huge crew of people. How are you going to hide? You don't have a huge crew, but you got like
7?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Eight.
You have 8 people. How are you going to hide them and to get across a battlefield to this camp?
Well, I have a technique called slippery maneuvers that would let me continuously obfuscate our movement
You do?
all across the battlefield. And maybe if me and Crystal both use our abilities to cloak a small group, like if we split up into 2,
Okay.
we could
Wave
probably
people
make it
through
across.
when it looks like we're able to slip through the crowd.
Exactly.
So, slippery maneuvers. Let's see exactly what
I
it
do
does
believe
in-
it's a water technique.
It's core book 221.
221, because I'm going to allow you to use it. I'm just going to modify it a little.
Okay.
221. Slippery maneuvers.
Movement and support, TN2 command water.
Yeah, basically you make things look you basically use troop movements and things like that to give yourself obscuring quality so people can't see you very well. So I'm going to say that's going to work. You need to make a TN2 command water check, but you want to make sure that no one even notices you. So I'm going to increase the TN by 1 because you want that effect. And you need to use your opportunity so people can leverage the obscuring terrain to better effect.
Okay.
Okay.
So you need a TN3 with 1 opportunity.
TN3 command water with
And-
opportunity.
Yeah.
And is that each one of us need the equivalent?
No, just 1 roll.
Just 1 roll.
Just 1 roll.
So then, can one help the other as long as we both have the technique?
If you both have the tech, I think you can. Do both of you have the tech?
Yes.
Then you can do an assist. Definitely.
Okay.
That makes 100% sense.
Then I guess I will help Nozomi.
Very well. Assistance +1. TN3.
Oh,
You get to keep
I think
4
you got it.
dice. Because you put in skilled assistance, right?
Yeah.
It honestly didn't ask either way, but it's saying I can keep 4.
Okay.
There's a checkbox under skill where you can get assistance.
Yeah, she did that.
Hey, but you succeeded, so all good.
There we go.
Yeah, she knocked it out of the park.
Yep. Boom.
That's why I always can trust Nozomi to get
Emma.
it done.
Follow me. Wait. Go that way. Okay.
There, she can slither.
She's so slippery.
Like a snake.
And because of the reflective nature of my eyes, you occasionally have me walking backwards.
Okay, y'all get to one of the camps. There are, since they're out doing maneuvers right now, the camp is mostly empty. There's still a couple people there, a couple Oni there doing support type things.
Hey, what is the Oni command structure like?
Who are you
Any
asking?
ideas?
Theology roll on my part
Probably much like
to
the
see if I know the
humans.
answer.
From what I've seen, the largest is usually the one that commands.
Yes. But if
Could I do
if we were to disguise
theology
ourselves as
first?
messengers from the original force coming back to report,
So many messengers? That seems unlikely.
the contingent
Right,
of prisoners and a guard.
a theology recall to actually know what Oni structure is, command structure is like, beyond just bigger is in charge?
I don't know how you would know that. Well, give me a skill and a reason for using that skill.
Theology recall.
I'm thinking this is gonna
Studying
have
lots
to
of
be
things.
like theorize.
Like- So my
I don't
assumption
think anybody
would be
really
that
teaches
Yeah,
Oni lore.
I'll let you make a theology roll because theology has to do with spiritual realms and mystical beings. So yeah, do you want to do theology Earth? Yeah, I'm gonna give you a TN4 because this is like weird
I think
information.
Crystal's onto something with the theorize though. So what would Fire's TNB then?
I don't know. I think
like my
I was gonna
assumption
make
to
it a
help
TN4.
support.
I'm just gonna make it a TN4.
3 instead of 4?
TN4. This
Okay,
is
like
weird
it-
information. Most people don't know unless you're a crab. A crab would get a TN3 because they're crab.
And like a witch, maybe a witch hunter would know, like, specific.
What were you
kind
saying,
of stuff,
Matt?
I was just gonna say to support James's theory. Maybe he had access, like Rokukin had access to marked off archives, or like archives that only, you know,
He might have.
higher ranked people
maybe, yeah.
people
But
The
can
people
look
who would
at.
know this, there's a specific group of people who would know exactly what this information would be, and that group of people are the Kuni witch hunters. And it's possible that an Asako could like get in with the Kuni witch hunters, but those are the people who would like definitely know, because the crab know this. They
So-
study this stuff, and the Kuni are like charged with doing that.
Well, using the opportunity to reduce strife, and I am successful.
okay. So what you're getting here is that these aren't two separate armies. These are two separate camps of the same army running drills. Which
Makes
means
sense.
the people in charge of both of these armies are of equal rank. But they aren't the generals. They're
I explain all of this real quick, going, these two are part of the same overall group, but the ones in charge of each may not be considered equals.
So these two guys are under one big guy. There's one big guy somewhere maybe overseeing this. You're not sure. But what you do know is both of the guys out there are more powerful than all of the other scrub Oni. And it's not that they're just bigger. They could be smaller Oni as long as they are the more powerful Oni. Might makes right. More powerful command the less powerful.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
I explain all of this
Let's
to
just
them
hope
as
that Amal and Akuma aren't here.
So you actually look out at the groups out there, and you can point out who is the commanders.
that one and that little guy over there, actually.
Are y'all looking at where he's pointing?
Of course.
Okay, Nozomi, you recognize one of the Oni.
That one looks familiar.
You got real up close and personal with it one time. It's at Samari no Oni. You personally killed it and sent it back to Jigoku.
Yes.
It
That
was-
is the first one I ever killed. Do you remember Atsumari no Oni?
Yes. I remember forcing it off the rooftop.
That would be the taller one I was pointing to.
Well.
Yes, he is quite large.
We can either go toward
This means you know a commander's name. You
True.
wanted to pretend to be.
Is that this
delivering
camp?
messages?
or the other camp. Are we lined up on his side of the field?
Tell you what.
Want me to make tactics rolls for this? Because I can totally do that.
No, I was just gonna like roll like a d6, and you can
50-50?
yeah give you a 50-50 chance.
Fair. Yeah, that's
You
fair.
can odd, high, low. Which you want, Tarek?
Yeah,
Even.
even. Yeah, sure. He's your camp. He's the tentacle guy.
Okay. So we know we know whose name to drop to make sure that we don't get interrupted. I say we go and attempt to raid the camp, gather as much intel and information as possible.
And gear for all of you.
Well, of course.
Bashara no Oni might not need anything with his claws. And, well, I do not have the training or inclination to use.
I'm sure whatever foreign country Bashar is from has trained him with. You know what?
Preferably, I would rather have a weapon or sword. I would feel
Grab
a
your
little more
hand,
effective with
hold it up in front of your face for a moment, rub right at the ball of your hand so that your claws pop out, and go, you have weapon. You have weapon.
Out of character, here's the issue with that. I'm better at martial arts melee than martial arts unarmed. Like, I have a rank 4 in martial arts melee.
You have weapon.
Corey,
Let's just
would
say-
that justify calling my claws melee weapons?
No, they're unarmed.
Claws are unarmed.
I'm still going, you have weapon. You have something to fall back on.
Yeah, it's
True.
unarmed.
Like, they could be
Hold
my
on.
fallback weapons, but I
Hold on.
still need something with a little more punch.
Those things, hold on. Those things are more powerful than any weapon will find because they have an 8 deadliness, which means
That's
as long
very
as you critical
nice.
strike with those, you will murder somebody. That is why
Okay.
you were able to
I guess
take
you just
down
need to
the
rank up
Oni.
your unarmed now.
Yeah, you need to focus
Katanas.
on your arms.
Katanas have a
I was
deadliness-
thinking about it before this game, but Corey, after this game, can I go ahead and just like spend EXP to rank up my unarmed,
Sure,
Of
you could have done
course.
that at the end of
just
last
so that
game.
way I could be a little more effective in combat?
Sure. But yeah.
I mean, heck,
katanas-
like I could justify it like getting used to my claws from the last battle. So,
Exactly. Like I said,
or could I do it now?
No. Between games. I said
When?
after last game you could have done it.
I know,
Anyways,
my fault.
I was going to say katanas only have a deadliness of 5 used one-handedly. Your claws have a deadliness of 8. And used two-handedly, a katana only goes up to a 7. Your claws are still more deadly than a katana.
Or
How
a
does-
naginata. Naginatas are 6 base, go up to 7. Potentially if you use razor edge quality.
I mean, how does this game make sense? I don't.
Those claws are just amazing. Like, they are a blessing.
They are so thin you can't even see the edge.
Anyways, you're in a camp. There are some scrubs walking around. There are
Yeah.
some tents here.
I walk like with purpose, and I'm looking for wherever I can find either like a store tent or like a place that is obviously carrying weapons or storing weapons.
Okay. Make a tactics roll here.
Yes. We are
Um,
here to pick up our equipment.
we're here to get outfitted. Sorry, we were late. We just woke up.
You want?
Yep.
Let me see. You want to find out where you can grab stuff. I'm gonna say it's water exchange.
Okay.
Tactics exchange.
TN.
2.
Ooh. Hey. Right, I'll use the extra opportunity for recovery,
Sounds good.
and I got 2 successes. So
Okay. You notice that most of the weapons here are on the battlefield.
You don't say.
There's a couple of spears here, but that's not it. That's about it. But you do see another cave with smoke billowing out of it, and the sounds of hammering.
Huh.
And we were told there was a
Blacksmith.
forge here.
Look. I think it's the forge.
Well, perhaps we can get equipment there.
Let's move swiftly before we are seen.
Yes.
We all skitter across the battlescape.
Yeah. Like the cockroaches that we are.
Okay. As you walk into it, it's not just like one banging, it's a lot of different banging.
I'm not
As
surprised.
You walk past you notice an Oni wearing chains and picking at the wall. The path goes further past down him.
He's tapping on the wall?
He's got like a miner's pick.
Pick?
He's
Ah,
picking at the
okay.
wall.
He's a
He's
slave
mining.
miner. Or a miner slave, whichever way you want to think of it.
A mining slave, whatever else he might be.
Maybe he's an Oni built for mining. You know. He may just have chains for an unrelated reason.
Well, we should continue.
I take note of the guy, but I don't like attempt to help rescue him or anything.
Okay.
Maybe on the way out.
Maybe.
If I see like 10 or 20 of these guys, then I'm definitely gonna let him free because then we can use it to start a slave rebellion. But if it's just one guy, I mean, he's gonna be more
You walk
hindered.
into a much larger cave where there are like 5 different Oni in like a slave chain gang picking at the walls. One of them is like gathering up the stones and throwing them into like a giant furnace where this towering, heavily muscled Oni oversees work in what used to serve as a torture chamber. Fires that once tormented souls now melt metal to be forged into weapons for Oni to wield. Chunks of obsidian mined from the walls of the cave are shaped into crude weapons for the army in the training ground.
Do we see anybody actually forging weapons here, or is this just like the mining operation?
They're forging weapons here. There are weapons
Okay.
here that have been freshly made.
We need those.
They're
weapons.
made of obsidian.
Which will rot your soul, just like jade protects your soul. Obsidian corrupts your soul. It does the opposite of jade.
You also mentioned metal being used to make them.
Well, yeah, but it's obsidian metal. Like obsidian dust, probably that they put inside of the swords and the metal parts, and make that into whatever weapon.
There's all sorts of weapons here and armor.
I start going up to equipment.
Okay.
Get outfitted.
But yeah, is there someone who appears to be in charge of outfitting or inventory?
There is a heavily muscled Oni overseeing work here.
Well, yeah.
Excuse
he's
me, sir.
in charge
I'm
of
going to need a
work.
38 double wide and an inseam of 40.
Who are you? You look pathetic.
We are new.
New? I need some new workers. Get to work. He throws you some pigs.
We have been sent by Atsumori no Oni. We are to be outfitted to join the battlefield.
Okay, make some sort of subterfuge roll.
I would say trickery, deception.
You want me to do courtesy air?
Sure. Let's see what this
Okey-dokey.
guy has going for him. We're looking at, oh, why do I have this? Can you delete this guy? Please delete. We're looking at... Alright. Hold on, I got a problem with my Oni. Yes, it is.
Okay, you want me to roll?
Hold on.
What's...
Give me
Okay.
one moment here.
Oh yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna make him an artist.
Talking.
An artist.
Okay. TN4 to trick this guy.
TN4.
And I will, of course, be assisting, since I have at least met Atsumari no Oni before and read quite a bit about his background.
Well, that makes sense.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad I kept all four of those successes in the first roll.
Yeah, 100%. Always
debating
keep all
whether
the
I should-
successes you need.
Yeah, I was debating whether I should keep all the successes or take two opportunity and like try to really blow it out of the park, but I'm glad I didn't. All right. So I succeed with one opportunity and I gain 2 strife.
Sounds good. He goes, Atsumari no Oni doesn't need any more
Actually-
help.
Well, yeah.
He's gonna take all of my best work. You know, I'm not his personal servant.
Of course not.
We were
But
just
you
sent
make the
here to
best
get-
weapons for outfitting.
You're damn right I do. Tell Atsumari no Oni that I'll need another sacrifice to make more.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Celia, I totally want to look back and be like, hey, you, octopus man, go, join the line.
You asking anything else?
You know what? I will offer the 3 guys that I brought with us if he makes sure to outfit us well so that we can bring glory on the battlefield.
Oh, hell yeah! Oh, good, new workers! The other 3 only were like, what the? Hey! They're not part of the army at all! They snuck in! He goes,
Just trying to flee. Grab them.
ah!
Cowards!
They all get jumped and, like, put into chains.
I make sure after they've gotten a little less struggly and are properly restrained, going, hey, this way you won't die on a battlefield.
Oh, Celia, my mask was the mask of treachery, so I felt like I had to do it. It's the mask. It's not me.
Well, all three of these Oni are no longer in your care. That's hilarious. You know what? Give yourself a void point for that. That's wonderful. And this one, configure permissions.
They might
Shar's
have been
mentally putting down his
helpful.
notes. I could take a few notes from this guy. That is
think
so
he is
exceptionally
wily, man.
cruel.
Okay, he'll outfit you with whatever weapon you want. Whatever weapon you feel
Awesome.
comfortable with. So, like, open up your rule book to page, something or other. 230. Every weapon he has both the forbidden quality and the unholy quality.
Oh, yay.
Ooh. That's awesome.
What page did you say?
Page 230. What it says, what the unholy quality does, is after a character suffers a critical strike from an unholy weapon, they suffer the afflicted condition. At the end of each scene in which you use an unholy item, you suffer the afflicted condition. Unholy weapons ignore all resistances possessed by otherworldly beings.
That's powerful.
So, but you are going to be afflicted
Yeah.
by using these.
Ooh.
So maybe not give James one, and James can use his Kehoe to cure you after each battle.
Point. We'll find you
Forbidden,
something on the battle.
forbidden just means that
If someone in Rokugan sees you using it.
yeah, you'll forfeit 3 glory if you're in Rokugan using it, because they're forbidden in Rokugan.
Oh my gosh.
He also has armor. You can grab whatever armor you like. He does not have padded armor. He has lacquered armor, Ashigaru armor. That's what he has. He has Ashigaru and lacquered armor.
Armor.
So, what weapons are y'all taking?
I'm taking an Otsuchi, of course.
Of course.
And lacquered armor. Ah. Come on. 4 physical.
Tarek, Matt, what are you taking?
Oh, so I do get an option.
Who said you
Yeah.
didn't?
Yeah, I'm the one who's not taking a weapon because I have no training.
Matt,
I'll take a Naginata then.
Matt, the only person who said you shouldn't take a weapon is James. Like,
Scholar who doesn't actually know things about fighting.
the other PCs. You can take a weapon if you want. No one's stopping you from taking a weapon. Your claws are just better at it.
Did you not? Okay, so here's my train of thought. I can whittle down the enemies from a slight distance or from a slight range band disadvantage, and then like last second I can use the deadliness of my claws to finish off the enemies. Would that be a more?
Sure, you can take a bow. He has bows.
Oh no, not what I meant. I meant like, did you not hear me say I'll take a Naginata?
Oh yeah, sure. You can take a Naginata. It's a range 2,
Yeah.
and then when they get inside your range, you can hit them. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Cumbersome, razor edged. And thankfully, I still have my old Naginata like in my weapons thing, so I don't even have to add that to my gear.
Deadliness 6 is a Naginata. It doesn't go
Yep,
up.
Deadliness 6, and
It's just two-handed. It
Huh?
doesn't increase deadliness because it's two-handed. It just is two-handed. You have to use two hands for it.
Yeah, you have to use Nodachi.
Whereas
yeah,
a
I mean,
katana
I
can
understand
use,
that, and then like I could just drop it, and
Whereas a katana can be used one or two-handed.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking a katana.
I'm debating whether I should bother taking armor or not.
I could take a Zanbak toe.
Remember, James, every scene that you end when using that armor, will give you the afflicted condition. Mind you, you
Yeah.
can't get the afflicted condition more than once. You just get it.
Yeah, but once I get it, I am useless in
Yep.
combat completely.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm not gonna take anything. I just was debating it because, more defense. But yeah.
There we go.
Mind you, if you don't use the item during a scene, you don't get that afflicted condition. So it has to be used.
I want to say I take an awesome badass weapon, big ass giant weapon, but I think I'd be best suited with just taking all my abilities. Okay.
All right. Everybody gets outfitted. What do you do next? The Mozoku purple Oni, not there.
He's not here?
You don't see him.
Oh, well, hold up.
I'm pretty sure he hung back a little bit because he doesn't want to be seen.
Took the F off. Oh, this is awesome. You can actually add the properties to the items. Add
Actually,
unholy.
it won't let me do anything at all with that box.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, you have to. Here's what you do. You go over to the second from the last circle over on the like sidebar at the top of the
What?
sidebar. Okay, you know where the like tabs are in the sidebar? Little icon tabs at the top of the sidebar on the right hand side of the screen. Like where you find your character sheet and all that stuff.
Yeah.
If you go to the one called Compendium and then open up the item folder,
Oh, there's a
there's a
properties.
folder called Properties Descriptions, and if you click on that, you can drag and drop a property onto your item.
That's how you do that.
And so you can
Wow.
specifically add Unholy and Forbidden.
I didn't know that's how you did that. Learned something.
Yeah. This is cool, man. These guys, there's a lot of like little secret activities you can do with this thing. All I need to do is play with it. Okay. So we got our weapons. The guy took off.
The giant Onis there, a bunch of, miners, slave miners are there.
Kill.
The worker Oni is the huge Oni is like basically the foreman Oni is like, you do that. Picks up a giant hammer. He hammers like some obsidian ore into shape. Puts it into the fire. You hear the tortured souls that are burning in there scream out as he pulls the weapon back and bangs on it some more.
This is a healthy place.
He cools it in like a
the
trough
blood of babies.
Yeah, like a trough of blood.
Grabs one of the random slaves occasionally, runs the sword through them to quench it.
He needed that wound, that giant gaping sucking chest wound. He needed that cauterized, so I had to use his chest to quench the sword. All right, I go. So we should totally be heading back to the battlefield at this point. We've been gone too long getting all this equipment. Thank you for your cooperation. See you later, guys. Y'all workers keep it fun here.
Go to hell.
We're there.
You too.
Yeah.
Already there.
All right. You're back in camp.
I'll send cookies to your mother next week.
You're back in camp, and you see the combat maneuvers have kind of ended, and all of the people are kind of filing back into camp.
Now's our chance to try to get the scuttlebutt.
You notice that the purple Oni is back with you now.
Hey, where did you go?
I ain't going in there. They're gonna put me in chains and make me a slave.
Oh yeah. Well, let's just say we were able to get the item, but now
I noticed you put the other 3 Oni in chains too. I mean,
well,
yeah, to hell with those guys.
they're Oni. Like,
Exactly. Screw them. We're not Oni.
well,
I'm a
yeah.
Mizoku, and you guys are spirits.
we're
Yes.
Exactly. You use the Oni masks. I have one too on.
dead. Oh, is that why you're purple?
Yeah, I'm not normally purple.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure.
Of course
I
not.
was kind of worried about that.
That's not what. No, of course not.
Is this a discussion to have in the open?
Okay, you know what?
Can I make a
Sometimes we gotta
theology
keep our
check on that?
civility.
Because I've never, we haven't seen any other Oni that look like him either. And I
Yeah, but
don't
he's
believe any
purple.
has ever been recorded.
Yeah, I mean,
So
as
it's
soon as
called
he
sentiment.
said he
What
was
you gotta do is
wearing
roll sentiment.
an
You
Oni
are
mask.
disbelieving what he said, so you gotta check.
Okay.
this.
Like, you want me to roll sentiment?
No,
James-
I'm asking because
Oh,
I'm going,
James.
what? Really?
Yeah, James is questioning his story, and in doing so, he rolls sentiment against Corey's whatever skill.
I'm saying recall because I was using the comments of, I don't believe there's ever been an Oni recorded like him. So there would not be a mask to make him look like that.
So here's the thing. Oni don't have specific shapes. They can
It's
be
also true.
anything.
They actually
Literally
get their
anything.
shape from their name. So if he's named after a Mizoku, it would stand to reason that he becomes some kind of crazy Mizoku. His Oni magic is a lot like rattling beam. Because technically anybody in Rokugan, any living person, can become an Oni. Not that hard. Just gotta be like, I forfeit my body in the name of Fulang and give up my name in his glory. And then guess what?
So, yeah. Um, I understand what you're trying to do. Oni can look like anything as long as they don't look like something else that already kind of exists. You know,
Well, he
there's-
looks kind of like a Mizoku, so
does, but there are no purple Mizoku. So there's Oni that look kind of like a human, but a little different. Like
Who's
So
on
he
first?
looks like a blue Oni that fell in red dye or a red Oni that fell in blue dye.
sure. So yeah, there are Oni that look mostly human with maybe sharp teeth and little horns, and you'd be like, well, that's just like a human with little horns. But no, they're Oni.
I swear, I'm just a unicorn.
Anyways, a lot of soldiers, Oni soldiers, are piling back into this camp. What are you guys doing?
Should we hang around and try to chat with the troops?
I imagine there's some information we can gather here. Soldiers, if y'all are capable of extracting that information without giving away.
I have no knowledge of your country's history, so I would have to leave that to you.
These are Oni, not Camera.
The books that I have read never made mention of these sort of monstrosities. I would assume that in the Kamarist religion, that they probably had like Nala mention of Oni, like probably
have
different
demons.
monsters and demons.
Yeah, they have demons. Oni, demons,
Okay, but-
same thing.
Basically.
Okay.
They're just real here. Like legit.
It's super serial, guys.
These Oni are cereal.
So serial.
Super cereal Oni.
They're part man, part bear, and part pig.
All Oni. 90% bull, 10% Oni.
It's hilarious when
Below.
they did like a follow-up episode of Man Bear Pig, and they found out that Man Bear Pig was real, and all of South Park was like, "We're sorry, Al Gore. We're sorry." It's like, you gotta help us fight Man Bear Pig. He's actually out there killing people right now. We didn't think it was real. We thought you were just making stuff up. But he's there right now, killing that guy. Oh, I'm not being killed by Man Bear Pig. I'll help you, kids, but only on one condition. You gotta say it. We're sorry, Al Gore. We're sorry. You were right.
What was the reference from Futurama? He wanted to be a level 19 or level 16 vice president
Yeah, something like that.
at the end of the universe. And it was him, Gary Gygax, and Fry, and like a brain in a jar. God damn it, I love those shows. All right, so we could try to go get Scuttlebutt. I don't know if Bashar is comfortable trying to infiltrate a bunch of Oni, even though that's basically what he's doing right now anyway.
I mean, I'll go for it.
But if you think you're gonna blow the cover, then yeah, I understand your trepidation, but I believe in you.
We can all stick together in one group.
We could. So that might draw attention. But we could.
Well, my sentiment and
Probably
courtesy
safe.
is garbage.
Hey, great. So
Have fun.
I think it's settled. What do you think, James?
I'm good with going with any plan you got.
All right.
Hmm.
So we're
Maybe-
charging in head first then, and we'll just see how
We're
it goes.
triple
Well, if there's
infiltrating.
You
Well,
notice
if
that a
you're really
lot
sta-
of the Oni are going into one specific tent. In the tent, there's an Oni dishing out what looks to be black ichor, which...
I figured it was dinner time.
Yeah.
It's black ichor stuffed with a bunch of other smaller oni.
It's a turkey Oni stuffed with a duck Oni stuffed with a chicken Oni.
I knew that kind of monstrosity.
You know the other
had to
name
come
for a
from
chicken
somehow.
Oni, right? It's called cockatrice.
Exactly.
I thought you were going to say chicken boo. It's not an Oni, that's a chicken, I tell you. Chicken.
Chicken boo.
Oni boo, what's the matter with you?
Chicken boo. All right. We could go into the mess hall. You think this is? I feel like if we do this, we're gonna be straight lined into conscription. But we're smart about it. Maybe we can get through it. Find out some information. Need to get information on how best to reach to the fort entrance. I look over at the Mazoku.
Maybe see if anybody actually knows about
Is there
missing
any-
papers and things.
Did you say missing people or missing villagers? Oh,
Papers.
missing papers. Oh. We can, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Should we do information gathering here, or should we trust our Mazoku to guide us to where we need to be? Matt looks confused by my statement.
Well, Torikusta? Do you have anything that might help us? Or do we need to go in?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of something. I was just. It's hard to concentrate here. So, it just depends. Like, we can continue on to the Palace of Fuling. It's still quite a distance away. Or you could stay here and talk to these people and find out if they know anything. They should. If there is a grand conspiracy happening, somebody around here knows about it. Perhaps this army is made specifically to go and capitalize on the situation.
Then
Very
I say
well.
we should go stir some insurrection.
You're going to make an insurrection? What does that mean?
If there is a grand conspiracy and this army is to contend, we should find out as much information on how that plot should work itself out, and then assist it in creating chaos for us to take advantage.
Spread some rumors, perhaps?
I think all of the above are.
I
We
know
must
a
go
good
into the
way to
tent.
cause morale to be weird here. Make a claim that the Oni in charge is going to get demoted. That a different one is going to be taking his place.
Someone from within the ranks, perhaps?
That could cause extra fun.
Let us see what information we can gather at first, and then use that as leverage.
Of
Let
course.
us find the divisions and exploit them.
All right, where are you going to go get information?
Well, everyone went into the eat hall, right?
I said most of them went into the eat hall, yes.
Oh, okay.
So you
Well,
could go
then-
there and get something to eat and talk to them. That's a plan. There are other plans, but I am not going to give them to you. You're going to have to think of them yourself.
So there's other places that could also provide some good information, but I feel like dining hall is an easy spot to get information because it's kind of a natural talking place, especially for someone who has soldiering experience or like is good at communication. So if we wanted to split up and go and have different conversations, now's a decent time to do it. But I'd say we do not want to go individually anywhere.
No. We should probably go like 2 and 3, assuming our buddy will come with us at all.
Yeah, I assume he will.
Well, I would prefer either Nozomi or Bashar to be my companion.
I agree. We should not be on the same group as we are the two best communicators. We will add our capability of speech to each group that goes out.
You should come with me, Rokin.
To be perfectly honest, I was actually thinking that the two I named were the best at getting out of a sticky situation through sheer acts of violence as needed. Whereas
I also agree.
not.
I don't know about Bashar, but I can
Whereas
assure you
I
that
am
Nozomi
not
will
that
be
good at that sort of thing. So pairing me with one of them in case things go south means I'm likely to be safer.
Well, Bashar, who do you wish to walk with?
If Rokukin needs protection, I'll provide it to him.
Fair. I guess that leaves me and Nozomi.
Okay, you and
Very
Nozomi
well.
go into the food tent. There's a big old line. There's a bunch of people, a lot of Onis sitting around. Some get to sit on rocks. Others have to sit on the floor, eating their grub. There's small spats about who gets to eat how much and that sort of thing.
Okay.
It's the prison
Well-
mess hall.
Yeah, basically. All right, then I guess me and Nozomi are gonna go try to get in line. Try to
Okay.
get our fill, our food.
You get a bowl of what looks like ichor. This when you bit Rokin's finger. Yeah, that's the blood that comes out when you kill Oni. This is Oni blood.
I give it a sniff,
It's.
stick my finger in.
I mean, you're an Oni. It tastes great because you're an Oni.
I
And that's what Oni.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, well, if I'm an Oni, I'm probably gonna like it. I mean, this is Oni food.
Yeah, if you're
like-
in hell, do as the hell beings do.
I mean, when you get changed into a dog, suddenly buttholes are awesome.
so much information.
I also
I gotta-
figured
I gotta also
we've
say,
been here
great
for
way
a
to possibly
while.
Start a fight in this line is to go, why does this taste like a sanctified virgin?
You know something? When you said so much information, I suddenly saw a golden retriever where the background faded to black and matrix like symbols came down behind him.
Oh, it's
Like
fucking-
there's a new series called Housebroken. Like they had something pretty similar to what you're describing.
A
Where the
cartoon
dogs
about a
share
dog.
information about each other by essentially doing that. But that
Yes.
was like in a like episode 7 or 8.
Well, that's because that's how actual dogs do that. Dogs smell each other because their sense of smell is so strong that they can pick up information for the dog.
So you guys have your bowls of food. There are groups of Oni talking. There's like the popular Oni. There are the nerdy Oni. There's the
There's the popular Oni, and there are a bunch of hideous, gnarled creatures that are giant.
Oni that wear little glasses and play Magic the Gathering. There's the group of Oni that have like leather jackets and like class
Oh, those are
rings
jock
and-
Oni. We don't want to deal with that.
Have you guys rolled your devil dice yet?
And then there's some Catholic Oni in the back.
Oh yeah.
Like a super religious type.
Small group of them trading little cards back and forth, going, "Have you gotten the new accountant booster pack yet?"
I'm so jealous of people who live in Ningendo.
I'm about to say
I
that
always wanted to be a donut chef.
there's that group of Oni. There's a group of Oni that wear all white and have a little angelic and beautiful clothes and stuff. They're basically the Goths of the Oni because Oni are already evil, so they have to go the opposite direction.
They want to be
real Goths.
edgy.
They're real
They're the
edgelords. They got like little halos that they wear and angel wings.
Like, yeah, everyone's scared of us.
We do good things.
You understand, Mom? Helping people is legit.
A feathered Oni is trying to claim that he's got angel wings.
I was gonna say there's a bunch of like cat girl Oni. There's always a handful of those.
If you play the record backwards, I found my kid playing this, and if you play the record backwards, it says to give to charity.
I love the idea of like the nuclear Oni family. Pearl clutching, but about the opposite thing.
It's the angelic panic.
Oh no! He's blaspheming against our Lord and Savior Ling. May his eternal hell reign last for another millennia.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
enjoying
there.
this way too much.
Go there.
I found this under your bed. Why were you snooping in your bed, under my bed, Dad? It's organic. Where did you get this? How did you know how to use this? I learned it from you, okay?
I learned it from you, Dad.
You're looking up to me? Bam!
I knew I should have abandoned this family long ago.
End of the episode of this kind of Oni version of Leave It to Beaver ends with 3 of them drugged out.
Yeah, exactly. All 3 of them. And then
I knew I should have divorced your mother the day you were born.
You mean you didn't? You mean I'm actually a bastard? Because it's reversed.
Oh, why is this? This is also kind of like that episode of Rick and Morty where it had the pinhead guys, the
The demons.
The pain is pleasure is pain is pleasure is blah blah blah.
this is terrible, therefore it's good and we like it.
oh god.
The only reason why we hang out with Jerry is because he's so terrible at social situations, which makes him cool by our standards.
All right.
I love how
I just had
everybody-
a thought. Imagine an Oni that was like Jerry. Corey, you have to put in a Jerry type Oni
Jerry
somewhere
Oni.
in here.
There's an Oni in a polo shirt.
He's just really
just
awkward, and he thinks
just-
that
he
everybody loves him.
He's a mouth breather.
Anyways, there's bunches of Oni here talking and eating food.
One of them's going, "What is the deal with this food?"
I'm going to be trying to listen to the scuttlebutt
Sure.
what rumors are going around, who's talking about who has the authority, who doesn't, any divisions where people are angry at each other, that kind of thing.
Do you have a specific like
Just
shuji for this? Or...
general listening in as we walk around looking for a spot to eat.
Do you have a shuji for this, or are you just like winging it?
So
here?
there's a, I don't have a specific shuji for gossiping. But there is like a social intrigue line of attack for gossiping.
Yeah, that's for spreading a rumor, not getting a rumor.
I see.
We could always just see if anybody wants to play a game.
But we can run this as an intrigue if you like. Because
It feels like it should be.
yeah, appeal to a person or group, discern someone's qualities, discredit someone, and spread a rumor. I feel like maybe discerning someone's qualities. That sounds like gaining information, basically. You want
Yeah.
information. That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, we're basically trying to pump information.
Yep. So I'm gonna add the other two boys out in the rest. I'm gonna add them to this too because it's just a big intrigue. It's just everything everywhere, whatever. What are you two doing specifically?
I love it. It's like a montage.
Well, being a scholar, I'm more interested in paperwork than really talking, to be honest. So there's got to be a way they're communicating with each other here. So I'm trying to figure out where that is.
Right. There is a place that has like maps and plans and stuff like that.
The war room.
Yeah, there is like a war room, and that is where the commander is.
Of course.
Yeah, that's not where I want to go. There's got to be a different place where communication comes in and out of the camp.
That's what the command tent.
Yeah, command tent is exactly what that is.
Mm.
Describing a command tent.
But the commander's in it right now, so that don't help much. 'Cause I don't actually want to interact with him.
Well, then you're gonna have to figure out a way to get him out. Some sort of diversion.
Yeah, I'm starting to lean towards that. This is mostly a tent camp, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I start leading Bashar away from both the command tent and the mess hall and kind of whisper to him, we're going to set fire to a couple tents, create a diversion that way, and then go ransack the command tent.
Oh my.
Okay.
Bashar like gives a smile. Oh, that is quite a devious.
Seely,
thought.
do you know which one is the command tent? Because you don't want to accidentally like unfire the command tent and then like run into the latrine.
I
map's
like,
saw
going
the
flames.
commander go. Corey said I saw the commander go in the command tent. So I know which one's the command tent.
Technically, I said, but yeah, you wouldn't know the command tent. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna do round one of the intrigue. And your first round of the intrigue is determine which tent you want to set fire to and which tent you don't want to set fire to. And that's going to be a tactics to determine that on round one of the intrigue. You two are going to try and get rumors.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says. Sometimes information gathering is the main social objective. They seek to ferret out strengths, weaknesses, loyalties of other characters, blah 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 blah. A character can draw out and study someone else's nature by accumulating momentum points equal to or exceeding the difficulty value of the objective on the appropriate skill check against the target. A character might also investigate the target's other skills. All right. Okay. What we're going to do is both of you two, but both groups are trying to gain some information. You're gonna have to give me an appropriate skill roll for this. For you guys, trying to figure out which tent is right is gonna be tactics.
I would like to treat it as a scholar skill because analyze on air works best for this approach, I think.
This is not a scholarly thing. This is set up as a military.
I'm analyzing the situation.
You are analyzing the
You
situation.
can still use
Well, I mean,
air analyze
tactics
from
analyze.
something
But I
else.
just read in the main book that you can ask to use a different category in order to use that one's ring effect. So
Yes.
tactics analyze.
Yeah,
is
tactics
what I want.
analyze. Yes. Perfect. You can use tactics analyze, yes.
Yeah, like I got a level 3 on tactics too. So would you like to assist me so I can suss out how
Yeah, that sounds better. Since I just whispered my plan of we don't want to burn the command tent, we don't want to burn the mess hall. We want to burn something though that will get the commander out, so we can ransack the command tent.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Bashar has been through a few battlefields to kind of know
Exactly.
like
What to
how people
sabotage.
arrange themselves.
So, for the tactics roll to figure out which tent is which, you only need 1 momentum point, and it is a TN2. To find out some information on rumors, tell me the kind of information you want to get, and I'll tell you what the TN is going to be.
All right. So let's
You're
see. The
talking to me and Tarek,
information
right?
that we previously stated is to
Okay, so
to see.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'll just do Tarek and Matt first. Tarek. I'm sorry. We'll do Matt and James first.
Okay.
Matt, go ahead.
All right. So I am observing, essentially who has the leader role, and where the command tent is supposed to be, and try to make sure that we can follow along with James's plan verbatim without without really screwing up the order.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, so air, tactics roll, and assistance.
It's unskilled assistance, though. I don't believe he has tactics.
No, I don't have any
okay.
rank in tactics.
Okay, so do I
Get a
add
ring
a
die.
ring? Okay. Okay. Ooh, definitely keeping that.
Keep the 2 straight ones and as well as the explosive is what I do.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether or not I want
It
to.
is only TN1.
TN1. Well, I'm wondering if I should keep an opportunity or an extra bonus success.
It is a TN2,
It's a TN2.
Oh, I thought you said 1.
Momentum.
No,
you need
momentum of 1.
points.
which means 1
Oh,
completed.
okay.
So, would bonus successes give me more momentum, or would opportunity net me more information?
Bonus successes, 2 bonus successes will give you extra momentum. Extra momentum doesn't really do anything. Extra
Since you only need
opportunity
1.
will do stuff.
Okay, so opportunity I will keep. Reroll the explosive. Ooh, I wonder if I should keep that one. Well, extra momentum won't give me anything, so no
But
need
it
to
looks like
strike.
it was an explosive again, so you might get another opportunity and get even more information.
Yeah, you know what? It's only 1 strife, so risk I'm willing to make. Nah, it's blank. All right. Sure, keep that die. All right, so 3 successes and 1 opportunity. So let's see. I'm gonna use that opportunity to. Let's see. Can I still use it for information?
Nope.
Nope.
You can use it for recovery. That's about it right now with the one.
All right. I'm cool with that.
Okay. Now
know,
to
let's-
Tarek and Crystal. You guys are trying to gain some information. Are you using what skill are you using to gain rumors?
I think we should be looking for information about any changes to the norm, like a difference in orders or troop movements, that kind of thing.
I was thinking we should get the general feeling of what the kind of rank and file in the army think about what they're doing. Like, do they think that they're being used for some kind of grand scheme? Do they think they're going to be going off to do a military action against some other larger force inside the...
Okay, fair enough. Generic information first.
Okay. What skill are you using? You need 2 momentum points. General information is going to be a TN2, depending on what skill you use. Tell me what skill you're using, and I'll tell you the TN. But it's going to be 2 momentum points.
So this is more movement and like...
Yeah, but the way that we're gathering the information.
Exactly.
So
Well, because I don't imagine we would go about this being courteous, or we would be.
I was gonna say like courtesy or games is a way to do it. Like we're just sitting down chatting with the guys while we play a game.
I could see that. I was also thinking sentiment to like find the weakest person, the person who has like
That's another
the least
option.
willpower, and then trying to like press them with sentiment, like a
Well,
magistrate.
Actually,
thing.
sentiment is usually
It's
our
discerning
idea
qualities about
of-
people.
yeah, courtesy or sentiment. I think that might be basically the same in this situation.
What do you think, Corey? Would sentiment work?
Sentiment's more of a defensive skill. It
Yeah.
tells you whether somebody is lying to you or trying to not telling you everything, or it's used to figure out somebody's emotional state. It can be used to find a very one of the weaker people and maybe get information out of them, though. So I like that explanation. So I could see you using that.
Going and finding one of the underdogs, one of the runts of the clan.
Yep.
The one that plays accountants and housewives.
Mind you, if you're going to use sentiment, to go to that guy and press him for information, people might see you guys as hanging out with a lower ranked person. So
You mean unless we act like bullies?
exactly. So
In which case we would need to use command after that.
it depends on your approach.
Yeah.
So depending on your approach, we'll change the TN here.
Sure. And I am 100% down for that. I am working off the notion that I am still driven by provoking people. So this will work out really nicely for me. So yeah, I'll keep that in mind when we go and try to press him. Let me make my sentiment roll then to see if I can find the appropriate person.
No, this is the roll. This is just one roll. I'm not making fucking 9 rolls, man.
Okay,
one,
cool.
One roll. It's sentiment. What's your approach?
My approach is going to be, well, I'm going to try to like bully him. So I'm assuming fire
Insight?
and using like an incite. I'm going to try to incite him and press him
Okay.
be on the attack.
Sounds great.
Or overwhelm might even work. As a
Yeah. Overwhelm.
Okay, TN2.
TN2. And
By the way, if you
Yeah.
don't make any of these rolls, if you lose a roll, the camp will get 1 momentum to discovering you.
Crystal, are you helping?
Of course. I'm gonna
And are
be
you
there
skilled
looking
or-
intimidating.
Are you skilled or non-skilled?
Yes, I'm skilled.
Um. Okay.
Me and my big lacquered armor with
do
my
bonus
huge
successes
club.
count or opportunities count?
Every 2 bonus successes gives you another momentum. An opportunity do what opportunity do. If you have Shuji, you can use your opportunity to activate Shuji. That sort of thing.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Bangarang.
There's 4 successes.
4 successes
That's
and
2
two
momentum.
2 strife. So that's 6 successes total.
Okay, you're trying to get if anything has changed recently. It seems that they are preparing for new recruits. That there has been influxes of new recruits coming all the time. And it is because these new recruits are because of their commander, their general. And it's like, soon we'll have enough forces that we can defeat the other armies, consolidate, and take the battle to Ningendo. All right, that's the information you get. Next round of the Intrigue, Matt and James.
Well, we had the momentum, so we know which ones now, right?
Yep. So that objective is complete. You know which ones. What's your next objective?
Right, so we know which one's the mess hall, we know which one's the command tent. Now,
You know which one's the storage tent. You know which ones are, barrack tent. That's what you get. You get all that information.
I'm pretty sure the storage tent would be the one that might get the commander out. So we want to go around there and try to find an opportunity where we won't be seen setting fire to it
Okay.
and do that.
So you want to not be seen and set fire to it. You will
Mhm.
need then 2 momentum points. What is the
Alright.
skill you're using?
So what would be our role for it? Because
That
I'm
is what I'm
thinking
asking
either
you.
skullduggery or I mean, I'd like to use fitness, but I don't know how relevant fitness would be in that situation.
Skullduggery sounds good. If you want to use that, I'll allow it.
Skullduggery?
Skullduggery will allow you to both sneak and perform arson. I approve of that skill. Unless you can finagle a different skill, you can go forward with skullduggery.
All right.
I am untrained in it. How about you?
I only have like one rank in skullduggery.
Can
And
you
that's
think
still
of
more than
another
me.
way to do it?
Let's see. Smithing. I got nothing really good in martial arts. Scholar or social.
Yeah, scholar is where I'm really strong, but I can't see how to use that.
So skullduggery, what's your approach?
Yeah, skullduggery. The skullduggery would be like I was looking at my command roll.
Skullduggery is
I
the
just imagine
obvious
an
one.
absurd, absurd scenario where I would connect to a flaming or command a flaming oni and tell him to set the supply tent on fire.
Is that what you want to do?
No, I don't think that would work. Because that would give away our position and we won't be sneaking.
Well, yeah, the Flaming Oni would go...
No,
if
but
you
in the
succeed, the
confusion
Flaming Oni would
afterwards,
go
we
do
might be
that,
able to get
and then they
away.
would ask the Flaming Oni what happened, and he'd point you out.
He told me I should.
Told me if I
But if
didn't,
we're
I'd
not
lose
there
my
for him to
job.
point out afterwards,
Okay, yeah, all right. So that's that sounds interesting. Let's see.
I
I would say incite, like a flame oni to set fire to the
Okay.
things.
to the supply tent.
Okay, you are now appealing to a person or a group. This
I have
will
2 in
change-
command. What about you?
Oh, I have a 3 in command.
Okay, I'll support you.
All right.
Changes
So,
things just
and what's
slightly.
the difficulty on that?
Hold on. This changes things just slightly.
Okay.
I'm going to look up some different Oni here. Ravenous... Kyorin... Revenant... Undead Horror...
Undead, what was that, Corey?
An Undead Horror.
Horror.
These things aren't in in Jigoku. They're in the Shadowlands. but
Hey,
not
the
in
underworld needs its prostitutes too, Crystal.
Skull Cleaving Oni...
I'm gonna be honest. At first, I thought he was gonna say horse. And then he didn't say s at the end. And I was like, did he say what I thought he said?
Guys, give me a second here. I'm just looking up
Bum,
some
bum,
stuff in
bum,
the
bum,
Shadowlands
ba-dum.
book.
Reminded of a Who's Line bit where Colin Mockery ended up having to really overpronounce horror. Do you have any horror songs? My favorite genre is horror.
Here we go.
Not to piss off the TV execs.
Oni Generation. Warlord of Jigoku, Monstrous Warrior. You want...
This is the
something-
Oni generation.
Okay. We're going to call this a Savage Brute.
Ooh.
Okay. So, you're going to go up to him and yell at him to go to the... You need... Let me see here. Right.
Why hasn't this piece of crap been burned down yet? It was supposed to be burned down 2 days ago. Why are you still sitting on your asses, Private? Get your ass up, moving, and burn that shit now.
All right.
I mean, that's not what
Oh,
I'm
I'm doing the
picturing, but I'm
cocky
not going to
colonel
say it
next to
before
him.
you guys do whatever you're going to do.
The amount of momentum is going to be 5 that you need for this guy. But the TN,
Ooh.
the TN is because you are doing command, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And inciting a burning Oni to burn.
You're doing command, fire, so the TN is 1.
Okay.
Onis like
It's-
to burn.
Gonna take you more than one round unless you get super lucky. But it should be
Yeah.
easy.
So go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, let's do that. Oh man, only one bonus success, but
It
or
is.
excuse me,
One
explosive
exploder.
success.
This is a conflict, by the way. So your stance matters for stance effects.
Oh, hey, you're in fire stance.
Mhm.
So keep that strife.
Yeah, that's the plan.
So keep the. Yeah, that looks good.
My God, a blank die, of course. So let's see. I mean, I blew the TN out of the water, so let's see.
Yep,
Four.
that's
By how much exactly?
Okay, so hold on. So 4 successes. So 7 successes and 2 opportunities. And let me take a
7
look at the
successes
opportunities.
is-
See what I can do with it.
a momentum of 4.
6 bonus
Is that what you kept?
successes.
Yeah, that's all I could keep from this roll.
But this is finished, right? You don't have any more dice rolling.
I wish I could. Hold on, let me
You
finalize it.
That's what I'm
Did
saying.
you
Are you
explode your
finalizing it?
exploder?
Yeah, he
Yes,
Okay.
I just finalized it.
It was a blank
like
die.
7 successes and
So
And
Open
two
up-
that's first momentum,
That's
2,
4
2, and
momentum.
2. 4 momentum right there.
Yep, 4 momentum.
And what do you
So
want to do
next
with your two
round, you
opportunities?
just have to pass.
Hmm?
What do you want to do with your next opportunity? Or your two
Yeah,
opportunities?
you'd
the
have
two
2 opportunity.
Man. Control.
The options off of control aren't that great in this situation. But gaining information is always good.
Or there's always recovery.
I mean, yeah, but I won't be able to gain more information. I'm gonna use the opportunity to gain information. Like, unless I can somehow weave something that would at least allow us to gain another momentum point using those 2 opportunities, which I doubt I can finagle something unless you would allow me the quote-unquote opportunity to push that 1 momentum point.
No.
No, oh well.
Opportunities aren't successes. There's something
I
else.
know. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to figure out what I can
You
do
built
with
that
it.
up really well, and I thought, wow, is he gonna have like some interesting like thing he wants to do to use this opportunity? Momentum.
All right.
It's like,
Do
all
you
right,
have
let's,
any cool abilities
Build up with it then.
that give you extra options for your opportunity?
Don't have like as many shujis.
It was
Like,
have
that
some?
was
unless I could, unless I could play around with Mentor's guidance, but that's an Earth Ring thing.
Then no.
no okay. But I was just saying, like, maybe, perhaps, I could use those 2 opportunity to. Well, if Corey allows it, it would be really cool if I could just use it for momentum.
Yeah. All right.
I was like, what? I thought you had like some weird epiphany.
All right. All right. How about this? Like, at least
So more
make it to the
information.
point to where we do not get the blame for
More
having
information.
that tent set on fire. How about that?
That's interesting.
Sprinkling in names of other Oni that were ordering this.
So
Ordering.
the guy says, you're like, we need you to go into that the storage tent and set fire to some of the things in there. And he's like, I was specifically ordered not to go to the storage tent. That the storage tent was off limits to me by the Oni in charge. And you're like, well, and you use those 2 opportunity to think of a name, and you're like, the the taskmaster in the forge, he said that certain items change form when they're exposed to fire and therefore become even more powerful, and that is what we need to do. And he's like, I don't know about this. Tarek, Crystal, what are y'all doing?
Oh, yes. Okay. We know that plans have changed recently.
Or there have been more new recruits.
Yes, there have been more new recruits, a whole bunch coming in all the time.
Soon they're going to have enough forces to defeat the other armies, consolidate control, and then take the battle to Ningendo. So, we need to find out who has the other armies.
You don't know who has this army.
So that's what I'm saying. We need to find out who has like the army, each army. Who are the armies that are contending? And we need to
Yes.
find out
Who are the commanders of the participating armies?
Okay. Sounds good. How are you getting this information?
By giving him a noogie.
Okay. To get this information out of him, I'm going to make him a vile trickster, lesser Oni. You will need 6 momentum points. With a vigilance.
basically we had to go to a different guy.
Yeah.
We're now putting a different guy under the thumb.
Okay.
Who knows what we need to know.
With a vigilance of... Okay, so... Yeah. You need 6 momentum points. How are you getting this information? You said... what are you using?
He's a trickster.
Yeah, it said he was a vile trickster. We could... I mean, I chose last time, so I feel like it's your choice this time. But I was going to say we could also just, like, beat the information out of him.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of where I
He's a
was
trickster,
leaning
so I
anyway.
imagine-
Just be like, hey, we're stronger than you. Just tell us and we'll stop beating you up.
I'll stop spitting poison in your eye.
Yeah.
Stop giving you rock wedgies.
Hey, stop hitting yourself.
You nerd. Now give us all your nerd answers. We want you to do our homework for us.
God, would that be... I mean, I guess that would be fire.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
fire stance?
Trying to intimidate him. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
usually fire. And you're using what skill? Command?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds the best as far as social goes, yeah.
That's the intimidation skill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You need a TN of... Oh, a TN of 2. You're picking the right stances.
So I am going to help by playing opposite her and being the other like drill sergeant who's screaming at him constantly to keep him from keeping his composure up.
Okay.
Too much sensory overload.
Assistance. Yeah, I don't see anything that says if it's skilled assistance.
If it's unskilled, You just add an extra ring. I mean,
Oh,
what
okay.
unskilled
So,
means.
yeah, instead of clicking plus on assistance below the skill die, you would just give yourself another ring die.
That's
okay.
right. Because another ring die gives you another extra kept thing. Whereas if you give yourself an extra skill die, it doesn't give you an extra kept thing. You need to do something separate for that, and that's what assistance does.
Makes
So
sense.
just, if it's we're rolling.
Very nice. Very, very nice. That's 5 successes total.
Well, she hasn't kept her dice yet.
Oh, well, never mind.
It's being really slow. I've dragged them all down there, but nothing's happened except for the first
You
one.
have to finalize. Oh.
Oh, wait, I'm on fire. It's T and 2, so I
right.
would need 4.
Mm-hmm.
Uncheck!
Just pull it to discard instead.
Well,
There.
yeah, I think you got it.
I have the TN2.
I think you
It's
got
just
TN4.
being really slow. So, yeah, I can get the 4 by taking this die that has a success
Strife on it.
with strife. But my computer's acting really slowly. There.
When I win the lottery, man, everybody's getting a Mac. Just you don't have to use it for anything else other than our live streams.
Okay. 2 bonus successes. I've got 1 opportunity to use 4.
There we go.
I mean, at this point, the only thing I really can use it effectively for is recovery.
Not a bad option, though.
Yeah, keep that strife down.
Yeah. Especially in fire stance. So rather than go up to 6, I'm going down to 4.
Sorry, guys. You got your 1 momentum point. We're gonna have to.
Oh, I thought you said it was like 6.
That's your roll? Okay, you got 2 momentum points.
Uh-huh.
2 out of 6. Okay. I'm going to have to cut it short here, guys. We're over time. So, I'm going to write down what everybody has. Team 1, Tarek and Crystal have 2 of 5. And Matt and James have 4
4 of 5.
of 5. Oh, 2 of 6. You have 2 of 6. All
Okay,
right,
that's what I thought it was.
that's it. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you watched it all the way through, you obviously like to hit the like button. We do this every Saturday. So watch the thrilling next part of will they find out the information they need. It seems likely. They seem to be checking off, doing the right stuff. So we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.